listening to Live Radio 97.3. This is still the Speed Up Drive, and we've changed things a little. We've changed a few things here. We've gotten rid of Kunda. I'm just joking. My name is Chimweka Chileshe, and I'm not alone today. I'm joined by Afrikanus Kofi Akosah, all the way from Ghana. First of all, Afrikanus, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
All right, so you've welcome to Zambia as well. I must say, we'll get to talk more about why you're in the country, and one of the reasons why you're here is XinFin.
Yes.
So just tell us briefly what XinFin is all about.
To begin with, in 2008, a guy called Satoshi Nakamoto brought out a piece of software and a white paper directing developers around the world to develop the blockchain and the Bitcoin network. So in 2009, the Bitcoin network actually kicked off, and the idea of the Bitcoin network and the blockchain is that you can just send money to anybody anywhere in the world without a third party, in this case without a bank. So from your phone, from your PC, you can send money to anyone in the world without going through a bank or any third party within the shortest possible time and at a very, very small transaction fee, a few US cents. And actually the blockchain is the application that powers the Bitcoin network. And the blockchain is said that anything you put on the blockchain cannot be immutated. And this development has evolved into a cryptocurrency revolution where so many currencies has come out of the blockchain. And cryptocurrencies are said that they are inflation proof. Their value are determined by demand and supply. So the more people are coming into the network to use that particular currency, the more its value goes up. As I speak, we have more than 800 cryptocurrencies listed by the CoinMarketCap. You can check that online, coinmarketcap.com, listing their value, their market capitalization, and the volume of trade per day, a week, and a month. So the blockchain has been used for so many things. In Georgia, it is being used to do line title system, where all the land and then the estate properties in that country are actually registered on the blockchain. You can verify it there from anywhere. No one can immutate anything that you place on the blockchain. Bill Gates is on record to say that nobody can stop the Bitcoin and the blockchain. John McAfee and even Peter Thiel of PayPal are all people who have attested that the blockchain is invincible. So it is being used by so many things. And then here comes XinFin. In fact, globally, we have more than 3 million people without electricity. Could you believe that? And almost 1 million people without access to clean water. We have about $5 trillion of infrastructure deficit around the world, especially in third world countries like ours here in Africa. So what XinFin is doing is that they have got their own token called the XDC, and they are using the XDC to finance infrastructure development.
Okay.
Most of the time, financiers don't want to come into third world countries because of the issue of inflation to finance projects, because they know that during repayment, their money will be devalued.
Now, you've mentioned the aspect of infrastructure development, and that's one of the things that people can do through XinFin. So how can people access funds from XinFin to facilitate infrastructure development?
Thank you very much. So what XinFin is doing is that the blockchain has created a platform. The XinFin blockchain has created a platform bringing financiers and infrastructure developers like individuals, institutions, and government on that platform. It's a crowdsourcing platform. And as I said earlier on, most financiers around the world don't want to finance low-profile projects because of the risk involved.
Okay.
So what XinFin is doing is that we are hedging the risk by giving financiers our tokens, the XinFin tokens, which is like a Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other cryptocurrencies, which is inflation-proof, to give them the incentives to come into this side where infrastructure development is not lucrative for financiers. And then we give them 25% cashback bounty. So that kind of incentive is actually encouraging financiers to go to where, like Africa, where they don't want to come and finance infrastructure. So we take the risk and hedge it with our cash back, and then our 25% bounty in our cryptocurrencies. And the benefit we get is the more people get to use our currency, the XDC token, the more a values goes up, and then our company grows.
Okay. So apart from facilitating for infrastructure development, what are some of the projects that people that you finance as XinFin?
Basically, we're talking about schools, electricity, roads, building hospital, water systems, even procuring equipment like computers, ATM machines, anything that has got to do with logistics and infrastructure development.
Okay. So where in the world are you having these projects that you've mentioned? Where are you practicing?
Very good question. Currently, we are doing some innovative projects in India where we are introducing water system in the rural areas called ATM water system, where we give smart cards like ATM cards to villagers in rural India to access water. You know, it's a kind of a hassle for rural India accessing clean water. So what we are doing with the World Bank is actually providing clean water services through ATM cards. So villagers can just go to the water pump and then just slot in their ATM card and access water, actually get water for their households.
So you're here in Zambia now, and where are you exactly located? How can people find you here in Zambia?
We are trying to get into the African market, and actually I was in Zimbabwe where I was in Botswana, where we are trying to negotiate with the government to build a solar power there. So Zambia is the second country I am trying to see how we can get business people, individuals, institutions, and government on board the XinFin platform so that we can get projects here to do pilot thing. And anyone who has got a great business idea or want to build an infrastructure that will be public beneficial to the public can come on board. So I am basically here trying to educate people, Zambians, about what XinFin has got to offer the Zambian people and how they can access our platform.
All right, cool. So lastly, you're having an event tomorrow between 6:30 and 9:30. Am I right?
No,
tell us more about that.
6:30 p.m. That is 18:30 to 19:30 at the Chops and Hops restaurant at Kabulunga. It's actually the XinFin Meetup Zambia, and what we are going to do is we are inviting business people, individuals, institutions, government officials who are interested in doing infrastructure or doing logistics supply to come over and understand how the XinFin platform operates, so they will be able to access some of the funding from our end, because it's low cost financing and it's transparent. Everything is placed on the blockchain from the project's conception to execution. Everything can be traced, so it also helps to, you know, avoid corruption and all those kind of things. So, and as I said, it is backed by our XDC, our token, the XDC. So it's low cost financing. There's absolutely no interest on this. People will say, why is it that you have no interest in trying to giving out loans without any interest? This has not been heard of. Is it a scam? But the thing is, if you study blockchain and cryptocurrencies, you understand the whole process, because it is inflation proof, and our interest is to get our tokens to financiers, and the more our token gets into the hands of people, the more its values goes up. And I mean, every currency's strength depends on its network.
All right, there you heard it for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to catch Kofi tomorrow at Chops and Hops restaurant situated in Kabulonga along Reedbuck Road. Be sure to catch him there and find out more details about XinFin and how you can also access this this application, and just to facilitate your life in terms of sending finances and receiving finance generally. So if you will not be there, Tilo.
Yeah, and there's an after party after the presentation, and then question answer session. We are going to have some drinks up and some barbecue.
All right, so we're gonna catch you there.
Come and let's network and see how we can move Africa forward by getting better infrastructures.
Right, see you all tomorrow.